There are two quotes that I'm going to mention here that really, really are important to my personal mindset. The first is from Steve Sims. Many of you all know I went out to Vegas. I met him. Fantastic human being. Great guy. He's the guy that you'd want to have a beer with. He's that cool. All right? Super, super sharp. One of his quotes is, invest in yourself because it has the greatest return. You need to think about that. Okay? The second quote is equally important to me, by Dr. Jordan Peterson. And for many of you that follow me, know the one I'm talking about, which is the 5 greatest words I've heard in my life, which is pursue who you can be. Okay? Now, in studying and learning the greats, we're talking about Richard Branson's, Naveen Jain's, Elon Musk's, Steve Harvey's a big one. All these cats, Steve Harvey slept in his car for 3 years. Okay? So I got 2 years over him. Elon Musk slept on the couch or the floor in his office when he came to the United States. Richard Branson slept in his record store when he started Virgin. All these folks were not born experts in what they're doing, right? But each one of them invested in themselves because they had the confidence, they had the mindset, they knew where they were going, they had the path, and they followed it. And they were not going to vary in any way until they get to where they needed to be. None of us are any different than them. We're all men. We're all men and women with big, marvelous minds and the capacity to reach extraordinary heights. But the problem is that comfort comes in and fogs the mindset, right? I'm comfortable with my job. I'm making decent money. I'm going to enjoy life. And that's great. But the moment you start bitching why you don't have something, or why somebody has something you don't, I don't even want to hear it. All right? I'm speaking from my heart. These are my convictions. This is the story that I'm going to tell for the rest of my days. Now, pursue who you can be. There's no reason that Pesek cannot be amongst the names of Musk and Branson and Harvey. There's no reason. All it takes is hard work, dedication, a clear path, and attacking that path. So, a lot of people don't agree with the decisions I made, but you know what? That doesn't matter. I don't care whether they agree or not. The sad part is the people I thought that were going to be by my side, for the rest of my life, were actually the first ones to leave. And that's fine. No harm done. But I'm not going to chase people. You made your decision, I made mine, and hey, wish nothing but the best for you. But I got to go do this thing, you see, because I have this boy that I made a promise to. That we're going to go ahead and do epic things to where when he gets older, he doesn't have to struggle like I have, or many of us before. Because I want his grandkids to look at these videos one day that'll be archived on some other digital type device and say, wow, that's great granddaddy. He's the one that started this whole big thing where where our name is on all these buildings around the world? Yep, that's me. So I wanted to become a legacy, right? Because the ones that are crazy enough to think that they could change the world are usually the ones that do, right? Okay. So a lot of people might question, well, you know, you've never welded, you've never been an architect. No. Now, as far as some skills, there are thousands of people out there with the skills that my project needs that are looking for work. Right. Okay. Make sense? Right? You see where we're going? The work that we're doing is important when it comes to saving human lives on a large scale. And Eric Thomas said, if you're not doing something that's making somebody else's life better, then you're just wasting your time. So I'm doing something that's going to make someone's life better. It's going to open the doors for us to attack on our other projects that are also designed to save lives at different markets, different capacities, with other projects, not just the Friends project. So I have those big goals because I choose to, and there's no reason why I can't, right? It's about application. It's about hard work. The ones that there was a quote I seen today. Do you remember the name of that guy that quit just before he struck it rich? It's okay, nobody else does either. I'm not going to be one of those guys, right? I will keep struggling until we get the funding that we need to begin doing the work that we need to do. It's just simple as that. Now, please, when my car's engine fried and I had to buy a new engine and do an engine swap and all that stuff, there were a few of you fine folks out there that were like, yo, let me send you, you got Venmo, let me help you towards the payment of that. No. You see, I got myself into this, and like I have been, I'm going to get out of it. And when we get out of this one, it's a game changer. Okay? That's when life goes from 0 to 100 in a split second. And that's the moment that I'm fighting for. I don't want any pity. I don't want any sorrow or confusion. Anybody that overthinks these 17 minutes, okay, you don't know me at all, right? So don't overthink it. This is what it is. This is like the greatest time of my life because I've got a clear goal and I'm walking it, right? A third quote actually was something that I wrote and people shared, and it really means a lot to me because it represents inner growth and personal development. I wrote, I often wonder what my reaction will be when our friend's project saves the first life. But then I wonder if it already didn't save a life. Mine. You see, if you don't have clear goals, something to aspire towards, you're gonna wind up living a life of resentment. Of why does that guy have that and I don't? And how come that guy got chose for that job? And it's just a downward spiral until you break. Please don't break. Don't break. Live a life of gratitude Pick 3 things first thing every morning of what you're grateful for. Be aware of opportunities that present themselves to you and take them. And make lists towards your vision and cross them off as you achieve them. That is probably the best piece of advice I could give you to live a happy life with all this nonsense around you. Please support me through encouragement, not through pity, because I did this to myself. I knew exactly what I was doing, and my very good friend of a long time, 27, 28 years now, Peter Madsen, he said, people don't leave you because they're angry with you or upset with you. People leave you because they don't know how to help further you along. And that made a lot of sense to me, so that's why I hold no resentment to any of my people from the past. I still love you guys. I love your families, your nieces and nephews, your kids, no problem. It's just, this is my path, and I'm walking it. You chose not to walk with me, and that's fine. We're good. But anyway, we're at, wow, 18 minutes now, okay? But that's where I'm at. That's the big secret that I haven't disclosed over the past 5-6 years, because I didn't feel it was right. But then when I started doing these videos, and I was like, this is like some key information that people might need. Now, at the same time, I don't want anybody to go ahead and become homeless, to prove a point that their project is that. No. I wish I didn't. The regret I have is the financial instability that my ex-wife and son experienced because of my doing. But then at the same time, and I'm sorry. That's one of the biggest things that hurt me, because their lives were affected over something I've done. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to do that. So don't disclose what you're doing to people in power at your jobs, no matter, even if it's a $10-12 an hour job. Keep your mouth shut, work in silence, and then as you execute, allow that to be your transformation. All right? I don't want to keep you very much longer. I just want to say thank you all very much for the ones that have been supporting me over the past 5, 6, 7 years. I love you guys. Thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. And we're just onward and bigger and better things. And have a fantastic weekend. So stay safe, enjoy your time with your families, crush your goals, and I will see you tomorrow for day 33. Much love to you guys, and thank you for your time for listening to this. Much love. Remember, we are one people, one earth.